Okay, bro, there are some crazy TikTok conspiracy videos, and I've noticed them a lot on my For You page, and I just think they're borderline crazy, so let me show you some of the craziest ones I found.
In the future, in 2033, you can choose to live forever by uploading your brain onto the internet. This is possible in year 2033. And as I said, year 2028, time travel is revealed to the public. Aliens revealed to the public. There are intelligent extraterrestrial beings, however, they are not what you think they are like. Aliens are not from space. This may come as shock to many people. You think aliens come from space. Aliens are not from space. Now, I cannot tell you exactly where they are from, but it is not from space. I cannot give you exact details.
I'm pretty sure the definition of alien is like something that comes from space, so I don't know how we can just change the entire definition of something. And I watched this show on Prime Video. It's called Upload, and this guy dies, and then he gets like uploaded into a virtual world. I know, what a creative name. And I think he just ripped that off. Like, I'm pretty sure I just watched that and decided, yeah, that sounds real enough. Okay, next clip.
The more advanced we were. You're telling me people were so primitive they took a hammer and chisel and made this? This temple right here was made in the 11th century in India, so it's about 1,000 years old. Look at the structure and the design. Look at the detail on these carvings. Almost as if it was made with a laser. I mean, it just looks like laser cut precision. What's interesting to me is even with our modern technology, we can't even replicate what they built back then. How is that possible unless they had technology that was better than ours? This right here is a real hieroglyph in Egypt. It looks like some type of generator or quantum computer or big old light bulb or something. What if the ancient people were a lot more advanced than us? That's usually how human advancement works. Human technological advancement is not linear. It's a roller coaster. We go to the golden age, then the dark age, the golden age, then the dark age. This is known as the Colossus of Rhodes. It's a 104-foot bronze statue. We went from the golden age to the medieval dark ages. Scientists still can't figure out how the pyramids were built. They can just guess. So are we in the post-apocalyptic era?
So I do believe in aliens, or at least think that there's a possibility that they exist. And one day my friend sent me a video like that, and I told them that I didn't believe that aliens did that. They asked, then how could people do all that stuff? And my answer is, I'll give you a hint, the Civil War. Okay, next clip.
The SATs are fake. All standardized testing is just a tool to sell more ice cream. Okay, so this goes back to 1945. At the time, there are no multiple choice tests. Everything is just you ask a question, you answer a question. But what was going on was the guy named Irving Robbins was testing people's decisiveness quotient, their DQ. And so he was saying, do you want vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry ice cream? And everyone could decide real easily, though, because everyone had a favorite flavor. Those are the only 3 ice creams that existed at the time. So he wanted more flavors, but none existed. But his friend, Burton Baskin, was an anthropologist studying these ancient recipes from Babylon. 28 additional flavors of ice cream were found. So they were able to open a restaurant called Baskin Robbins 31 flavors. That blew people's minds. And you know those little sample spoons, they were going through those like crazy. So they opened a second restaurant called Decisiveness Quotient, DQ, became Dairy Queen, just chocolate and vanilla. People decided easily. So they knew they had to train people to decide on more than 2 things, but less than 31. And that became the SATs, 4 possible answers.
An ice cream place can't just talk to the government and be like, hey yo, my homeboy, you mind doing this for the schools? Like, that's not how it works. Okay, next clip.
Why does this mountain have stripes? Shh. What?
Bro, I learned about water erosion in 6th grade, and I don't think What I was trying to say is that we would find giant bear bones, but we don't, because they never existed. Who came up with this conspiracy theory? He was on something. Okay, next clip.
What if I told you that the year might actually be 1724? In the 1990s, several German historians proposed a radical idea that the Middle Ages in fact didn't exist and we are actually living in the 18th century. In 1582, the Pope introduced the Gregorian calendar. Prior to this, most of the world was using the Julian calendar. The Julian calendar had a leap year every 4 years, in which an extra day was added. But since the solar year is technically a little over 365 days, the Julian calendar gains a day every 128 years. To account for this, when the Gregorian calendar was introduced, they should have shifted the date by 13 days. So here we have two possibilities. A pope had done the math wrong, 300 years in between then and now don't actually exist, and large chunks of history have been fabricated. But the phantom time hypothesis points out that it's way more than just a pope making a simple mistake. It points out the lack of records of big events.
Time doesn't exist, bro. It's just a man-made thing. And if we are like 300 years behind or whatever, does it really matter? Like, does it really matter if we just all, if we all use the same time? Does the time that we lost really matter? No, it doesn't. We didn't even really lose any time. Okay, goodbye. I got a little messy near the end. Remember to subscribe if you want to, and leave some constructive criticism in the comments.